Okay, this is chapter 8 of Genesis. Noah's Deliverance. Then God remembered Noah and every living thing, and all the animals that were with him in the ark. And God made a wind to pass over the earth, and the waters subsided. The fountains of the deep and the windows of heaven were also stopped, and the rain from heaven were restrained. And the waters receded continually from the earth. At the end of the 150 days, the waters decreased. Then the ark rested in the seventh day of the month, and the mountains of Ararat, and the waters decreased continually until the 10th month. In the 10th month, the first day of the month, the top of the mountains were seen. Okay, so just thinking about that, then God remembered. Uh, it's been 150 days, and God remembered it. I'm thinking, okay, so God was doing other stuff when this was happening, and he forgot about it, and then he remembered, oh, wait, oh my gosh, look at this. There's a flooded. How long has it been since I've seen it? Oh my gosh, it's been 150 days that this has gone on, and let me go ahead and turn off the faucet. And of course, with the faucet turned off, everything started going down and everything. So I'm thinking that maybe during this whole time, like really, this whole area, it's like flooding, making a little pond in one part of your property, and you're letting it water and everything, and then you end up going to do something else, forgetting about that you're trying to create a pond, and you remembered, oh my gosh, it's been like 2 hours. Goodness, let me go ahead and turn it off. It's overflowing and everything. Gosh. And of course, once you turn all the water off, it started going down and everything. You got a little pond still, or everything's starting to go away. So I'm thinking there was other. This flood may have actually happened, but it's not worldwide. It's just an area or region or part of the world that this flooding happened while like other civilizations were going on. Verse 6. So it came to pass at the end of the 40 days that Noah opened the window. So it came to pass at the end of 40 days that Noah opened the window of the ark which he had made. Then he sent out a raven which kept going to and fro until the waters had dried up from the earth. He also sent out from himself a dove, to which if the waters had receded from the face of the ground. But the dove found no resting place for the sole of her foot, and she returned into the ark of him, for the waters were on the face of the whole earth. So he put out his hand and took her, and drew her back in the ark himself. So it could be the whole thing of, okay, while all these 40 days, that he did this, like, let's see if there's any land. And seeing God, who created the flood, seeing these birds fly around, like, oh, hey, these birds caught my interest, what's going on? Oh, yeah. Okay. Excuse me. And he waited yet another 7 days, and again he sent the dove out from the ark. Then the dove came to him in the evening, and behold, a freshly plucked olive leaf was in her mouth. And Noah knew that the waters had receded from the earth. So he waited yet another 7 days to send out the dove, which he did not return again to him any more. Probably because he wanted to get away from him, man. Found land, resting on this snuggling, of the ground. And it came to pass in the 601st year, in the first month, the first day, and the month, that the waters were dried up from the earth. And Noah removed the covering of the ark, and looked, and indeed the surface of the ground were dry. And second month, on the 27th day of the month, the earth was dried. Then God spoke to Noah, saying, Go out of the ark, you and your wife, and your sons' wives with you. Bring out with you every living thing of all flesh that is with you, birds and the cattle and every creeping thing that creeps on the earth, so that they may abound on the earth, and be fruitful and multiply on this earth. So Noah went out, and his sons, and his wife, and his sons' wives with him. Every animal, every creeping thing, every bird, and every whatever creeps on the earth, according to their families, went onto the ark. Okay, so after it dried up, after some time, it's like, I get from my understanding, there was still water on everything, but stuff didn't completely go away until some time. So right now it's like kind of like island looking stuff. But yeah, it's right there in this area, and everything's off the boat now. God's covenant with creation. And it almost seems like God just wanted to get rid of this one area. Like, so there's like, when it says like us, the created man like us in our image, it's like, okay, there's multiple, at least two people came, extraterrestrials came to this planet and created mankind and all this other stuff, and they all got different parts of the planet to work on and everything. And this God, at least Noah's God, is like, I'm really disappointed in these people. Let's go ahead and wipe them out. God convinced by Noah not to kill him and his wife and his sons and his sons' wives. But it's almost like, because they're really talking about men, really, and their fathers and sons, it doesn't really talk about the daughters. Talks about the daughter-in-laws, but nothing more than that. So if let's say he does have daughters, are they not allowed to come on to the boat? Or were they allowed to come on the boat, on the ark? Don't know, because we're taking the words at face value. We don't know what's going on, like with his other kids. We just know of 3 of them. Okay, God's covenant with creation. Then Noah built an altar to the Lord, and took of every clean animal and every bird, and offered burnt offerings on the altar. And the Lord smelled a soothing aroma, and the Lord said in his heart, I will never again curse the ground for man's sake, although the imagination of man's heart is evil from his youth, nor will I again destroy every living thing as I have done. Okay, so the only thing evil is his imagination now, and that will always be evil. And it's like, okay, maybe I made a mistake destroying things. Oh well, things is done. So, in other words, the flood would never happen again by this. There would be no more floods. Okay, flood, checked, done, we did that, it's gone, no more. While the earth remains, seed time and harvest, cold and heat, winter and summer, and day and night shall not cease. Okay, so with that, Earth will continuously be moving. It would never die. There will always be all these seasons, and day and night, different weather temperatures. So as long as Earth in itself is still here, still an active planet, and everything, it would continuously rotate. And if you look further into it with this, no matter how many meteorites come and hit the planet, it won't destroy the planet. It won't destroy humanity. Nothing shall cease. Like, plants will always grow. There will always be cold and hot weather, summer, fall, spring, winter. Okay, always going on. So that's what I get out of that. And that's where I'm going to end this. For now.